So this is my 1950 Chevrolet pickup, which I've owned for 15 years. It had a 261 cubic inch motor in it with a 5-speed when I bought it. So I drove that for about, I don't know, a dozen years or so. Anyway, last year I put a bigger motor in it because I pull a 1950 Airstream 21-footer with it. So now it has a 300 cubic inch inline 6 that puts out about 350 horsepower. It's got a 5-speed with a 9-inch forward rear end, a positive traction, and it's got a TCI front end, which is independent suspension with a power steering rack and pinion. And so it rides really good, stops good, and it's got plenty of power. It's got most of the power comes from the head, which they do lump ports and big valves, and then it's got a big 4-barrel on it and headers, and so it smokes down the road really good. It'll beat a lot of V8s. And it still gets decent gas mileage. All the gauges work. I took the bench seat of it and put bucket seats in it last year, and so they're way more comfortable. They're out of a Honda Odyssey. They're back seats that I bought them in Phoenix. The guy had 400 sets of them. I think they put them and make handicap vans out of them, so they got to take the seats out. So the center console, it's either a third seat or you can lay it down. It's got cup holders and stuff in it. The paint has been on for over 25 years, and I drive it, so it's got nicks and scratches in it. I've 2 dump trucks I followed put big dents in the front, but what do? You can't cry over it. You just keep driving it. I don't want to repaint it. I did take the Flintstone wipers off. They were vacuum, so the only time they worked is when you was going downhill, and I did put electric wipers on it. So that's an improvement. Pretty unique with the power steering. I still got the stock steering wheel, which took some MacGyver work to figure that out, because the steering column goes right into the steering box as one piece. So I cut it in 2 and then took the center rod out and made a bearing fit the column, the housing. So then the rod went down through the bearing, and then I coupled it to the Mustang II rack. So it's a 1/2-ton pickup. It's a short box. It has the $20 optional windows on the side. They call them 5 windows. They were only $20 back in the day when you ordered them. So it's got 17-inch wheels on it, which I found on Craigslist with brand new tires on them. It's got a trailer hitch on it, which I pull a vintage trailer with it. It's got trailer brakes on it, and then I usually stick a vintage motorbike in the back, so we hit about maybe a few vintage trailer and car meets every year, so it's fun to pull an old trailer. I got a 1950 Airstream that they're built like an airplane. It's 21 feet long, and it only weighs 2,000 pounds. And they call this the Flying Cloud model, which was the top of the line, so it's got a bathroom in it. Hot water heaters. The inside is all original. It's really pretty nice inside. I did just put a new furnace in it and a real refrigerator, because back in '50 they had an ice box. And I put some chrome wheels and white wall tires on it to kind of dress it up. So when I got it, it was really dull, but they call these a 13-panel Airstream, and they're highly sought after. when I get through with it, it should be worth in the $80,000 range. It drives really good. I mean, straight down the road, you can let go of the steering wheel and it'll go straight for a mile. So it's a real good cruiser. You can cruise at 80 plus miles an hour all day long, and it's happy. I drive it every day unless it's raining or snowing.